Hey everyone! In this video I'm going to be showing you a couple of things I picked up in regards to, or in relation to, the 50th anniversary for the Haunted Mansion. I'm super excited because the Haunted Mansion is my favorite ride at the Disneyland theme park, and I just also love when they do the overlay of Nightmare Before Christmas for that particular ride as well, so it definitely fits because I love Nightmare Before Christmas too. So again, I got a couple of things, and the first thing is actually this. 3, 2, 1. It's Madame Leota as a Funko Pop. So it is a Disney exclusive, sorry for the glare, but I had put it in a Funko Pop protector after I got it once I was done in the theme parks. So I'm really excited about this because I actually was going to pay flipper price for it. So people were selling it for $40 plus shipping on the day that it was released, because it was released during the Haunted Mansion party. I think it was a Thursday night before it actually was a surprise release on the Friday afterwards that they had that party, because there were rumors that it was already sold out or that they wouldn't have anything left over, or they slowed down on selling these particular Funko Pops at the party because I guess they wanted to make sure that they had enough for those who would go to the Disney parks. So yeah, it was released on a Friday. I don't work on Fridays, and I was debating whether or not to actually go there, because when I saw pictures on Twitter from this Funko and other people that were posting about it, it looked like they only had a few available, and the limit for the particular Funko Pop was, I believe, 5. I want to say 5 per person, and at the party it was actually 10 per person, and they limited to 5. So then when I saw pictures and they said people were lining up, it just looked like I wouldn't have any chance at getting it. But then yeah, so they announced it at like 6 a.m. on the Friday, and then when it hit 3 p.m. and I was done doing errands and I was chilling at home, they said that they had a bunch more left, and I was just like, should I go try and get it? And I ended up just going, and it took me about 2 hours to go from like Glendale to Anaheim, where Disneyland is at, and I was just so sick and tired of being on the road, and I was just really anxious. So they have multiple locations where they have the Funko Pop exclusives dropped within the Disneyland parks. So I don't remember the ones particularly for California Adventure, but for Downtown Disney they have a place called Wonderground, which is kind of like an art gallery, and I knew they had a few there, but that's open to the public. So I definitely wanted to go into the Disney parks because you have to have an annual pass to get in, or you had to actually pay to get into the parks. So I felt like I had a better chance of going through the gate and getting Funko Pop there. So I went to Disneyana, and that was like kind of like the first store that you see to the right hand side if you go to the right from the gate, and they ended up being sold out at that particular location. So I asked the cast member if they can call around to see if there was any available, because for me this ended up being just about $17 because I have an AP discount or an annual pass discount, because I have like the highest one, and I think you get 20% off on merchandise. So I was just like, no, I need to find this pop so I avoid playing flipper price, because it's super cool to have, especially since I love Haunted Mansion. So the cast member called around, and I ended up going to the back store called 1-8, and it's next to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and they only had 2 like set out on the shelf, but they had like boxes of Funko Pops. And then I started tweeting out and tagging this Funko to let people know, like, hey, there are still Funko Pops at the parks, because I was so disheartened when I saw people like paying flipper price when there was boxes and boxes of Funko Pops still left being sold at the parks. So then after I was done at that store, I went next door because there was a long line, and I remember that this particular store sold Haunted Mansion stuff and Nightmare Before Christmas related items, and it was a long line because they were selling the leftover merchandise from the 50th Haunted Mansion celebration party that they had the previous night. So I ended up being in that line too. So I want to say the name of the store is called Port Royale, and it's actually next to the restaurant that sells soups and bread bowls. And it didn't take too long to get through the line. There were people that had been waiting there for 20 or 30 minutes, so I felt like that was no big deal for me to wait in line. So the stuff that I got from that particular store was a shirt and I believe two pins. So the shirt is this one. So it's really cool. It says, my reservation was accepted. Ghost Relations Department, Disneyland Resort Pass Holder Limited, or 50 at Haunted Mansion. And it actually glows in the dark, so I'm going to definitely insert a picture of it glowing in the dark. And in the back, it also says Haunted Mansion 50th, and it puts the year of the Haunted Mansion being around. So from 1960, I want to say it says 1969 to 2019, yeah. So yeah, that is pretty cool, and it's super soft and it's really thick material. And since it's like AP exclusive, we also got an AP discount on these items too, so I think that's really funny. Then the next things are two pins, like I said. So one is this one, where it's Jack sitting on the hill. That's like my favorite scene, or iconic scene from The Night Before Christmas. And then it also has Oogie Boogie and his henchmen, Lock, Shock, and Barrel, like going up the hill. And then this one is in regards to the Haunted Mansion. So this is the Haunted Mansion 50 Years of Frightening Fun. And it has the hitchhiking ghost on it. They had all these other cool pins there too, but like I'm trying to limit my amount of spending just for the sake of my addiction to Funko Pops, as well as friggin' jewels and Disneyland pins. Like before Funko Pops, I was collecting pins like crazy, and I've slowed down a bit, but I'm still collecting pins here and there, obviously, because I still got pins. So anyways, after I was done from that store, I actually ended up going to Pandora, because if you haven't noticed, I usually don't show it off, but I have two Pandora bracelets, and one is specific to Disney. This one right here that my boyfriend got me. I think I'm going to insert like close-ups of like the little charms that you can see it. Other bracelet is actually my travel bracelet and my interest bracelet. So it has like 6 different charms representing the 6 different countries that I've been to, as well as it has like the drama mask of like the sad and happy face. On the top it says to be or not to be, but that's faded out. And then there's also a charm of a cross that my boyfriend got me, which represents my Christian or Catholic faith. So Pandora, I went there because I've been wanting to have something related to Night Before Christmas, and then when they came out with Jack and Sally and the heart, I had to get it. And then they had an exclusive charm set for the Haunted Mansion. I'm definitely going to take a close-up of these because you can't really see them. But this is how it looks like in the box. So this is supposed to be Madame Leota, and I like how shiny it is. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a picture up here. And then on the other charm, it says, home is where the haunt is, and it's like purple, and on the back side it just has like the Pandora symbol on it. But yeah, hopefully I get good pictures of those inserted into the video. But I definitely needed those because they do represent Haunted Mansion. That's my favorite ride, so I'm hoping to expand my collections on my bracelets. The next item, I actually had to put it together, and then I ended up not deconstructing it, but it's Zero. And he's super cute. So he has like a leash, so when you walk him, he actually looks like he's floating. And he glows. So there's a button on his back, I believe. Yeah, there's a button on his back, and it glows. So it looks terrible right now, but I'm going to insert a video real soon, or overlaying this one in particular. And it has 3 settings, I believe. So the first one is the whole body glows. And then the second one, like it kind of like slowly glows in and out. You can kind of see it here, but I'm definitely going to walk around with him on the leash, or have my boyfriend walk around, and I'll record it and insert it into the video. And then the last one is him like just blinking. So I just love it. So we're thinking of dressing up as Jack and Sally for Halloween. I don't think we've ever dressed up as Jack and Sally for Halloween necessarily. We've dressed up like them during events and stuff. And also when I did a half marathon, surprisingly. I survived a half marathon. I actually dressed up as Jack. So I had like a tutu that I had black and white stripes that I made, and then I made the little like bow that Jack has on his suit, and then I made a black and white tank top shirt to match with the tutu that I made, and then I wore, I want to say I wore black long black socks or knee-high socks, and then I wore a bow on my head that had Jack Skellington on it, so that was pretty cool. Hopefully I can insert a picture of my outfit here. It was taken a few years ago when I was definitely a lot lighter and more active, but goals again for future. But anyways, so the last item is in this particular box, and I got it in the same stand as the Zero that glows in the dark. So this particular stand was located outside of the Haunted Mansion, and there was a long line, and I had seen these particular things online when I was looking up what they had released for the Haunted Mansion, and I was kind of like indecisive if I wanted to have it, because the pictures definitely do not do it justice, but once I saw them in person and saw how they worked, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get this. So here is the box that contains the surprise. So it says a Haunted Mansion on the front, and then on the back it says Host to Ghosts. From her seance circle, Madame Leota invites all the guests of the mansion to become caretakers to one of its 999 restless spirits. With a simple tap and a ghostly giggle, Leota, as the head spiritualist, will channel your spirit to materialize for you. Grinningly and respectively, MT Tomb, Ghost Relations Representative. Relics from regions beyond. Established 1879. So yeah, all these items I got discounts on because of my AP Pass. So definitely I splurged a lot. But so inside it's basically a ghost in a jar. And this is how it looks like. So there's like a cushion around it, and they also had styrofoam right here to protect it, and I think I'm just going to keep it like that. And then inside you have like a little certificate and a little charm that goes around the jar. So it says death certificate of verification, and I can put my name here as a caretaker. Probably gonna have someone else write it for me, so it's nice. And then it says this certifies that you have officially and voluntarily assumed the role of caretaker for a resident and happy haunt from the Haunted Mansion. MT Tomb, Ghost Relations Representative, and it says Haunted Mansion authentic. And they only had a few of this particular character. They had 9 different characters. Of course, they had the hitchhiking ghost, so they had Gus, Ezra, and Gus, Ezra. Can't remember the other ghost's name. Oh my gosh, why don't I remember? Gus, Ezra. Yeah, I can't remember. And then they had the Hatbox ghost. They had Constance, who is the beating bride. They had the librarian, the hunter, the organist, and they also had the ballerina, the one that you would see in the portrait of her balancing on the tight wire or tightrope. And then there's like an alligator underneath her. So that was pretty cool having all 9. I would have gotten the hitchhiking ghost, but that's just like, I would have to have all 3. And the Hatbox ghost was actually the one that I really liked. So I took out the certificate, so there's like a little string to pull up, oops, the jar. So it rolls out nicely, and on the front of each of the jars, they actually, or the back of each jars, they actually have kind of like a history of the ghost. So this one says, here holds the spirit of the Hatbox ghost. Bowlers, top hats, a fez for your head. This hatter style will fill you with dread. All of his boxes collect dust in the attic. He'll find something for you, no need to panic. A mischievous trickster with a sick, twisted smile reveals his head in a hat box, the latest style. Spiritual repose. And then on the top it says Haunted Mansion, and on the back side you can kind of see him. So I guess I'll play it right here, but I think I'm gonna end up adding a video separately. But how this works is actually you have to remove this top to turn on the switch. and you basically pull it from here. So make sure that this symbol is upright, and then you pull it, and then inside there's like a little switch, and this is also where you can replace the battery for it too. And I want to say that it plays 2 or 3 different phrases. One of them is just Madame Leota calling on the spirit. The second one is the organ playing, and then I think the Hatbox ghost talks. But yeah, be very careful in putting it back on. And that's like always the scariest part for me. I've only removed it once or twice, so you definitely heard Madame Leota laugh. There you go.
Friends next of kin, summon a spirit from the mansion. Ghoulies travel from near and far, all invited to reside in a jar.
And here's the next one. It is so freaking cool. So this is the Hatbox Ghost. I just love it. Oh my gosh. I wish I was able to afford the other 8, but it's definitely okay. I'm just glad that I walked away with one, and he ended up selling out real fast.
Be sure to bring your death certificate.
So that's like the last thing you would hear when you exit the ride. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think that's... So there's like 4 things. So she laughed earlier. That's weird. So I guess there's 4 different phrases. Now I have to wait this out, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so this is super cool. I'm so excited that I got this. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my haul when it came to the Haunted Mansion. Comment down below which one was your favorite. All of them are my favorite, obviously, because I invested in each and every one of them. But I guess my top favorites would definitely be the Hatbox Ghost in its jar, as well as the Pandora charms, because that I can carry around with me everywhere when I wear my bracelets. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you like this video, make sure that you click the like button. Also, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on my different social media accounts. They're going to be linked in the description below. And last but not least, I hope you have an awesome day. Bye!